okay, I am dying of cringe and I look really, really stupid. So I'm going to take some time and defend myself, and I want to present some details. This situation is terrible. It's so bad. And I feel like I need to make some sort of a case because it looks dumber at face value than it actually was, because there were a lot of really weird, mysterious things, mysterious little details. And look, I get it. Like, when this whole thing happened, it was around Christmas, and I told my brother, and he was like, "You're being scammed. It's complete bullshit." Like, just totally, like, initial reaction. I told my friend Mike. Mike was the same way. He's like, "This is total bullshit." Like, no, I wouldn't listen to anybody. It was bad. So I do appreciate the feedback, and look, they were right in the end, but I needed to be able to talk through some of these weird, complicated details. And so I wasn't listening to that good advice. Okay, so I really regret that. But I want to present things from my point of view. I want to just embellish and add detail to this because I just look like such a fucking moron. Okay, so I'm gonna describe one particular thing that happened. So I was, when this all went down, I was working at Tom's office, okay? And so, like, this whole process has begun, like, there's been some kind of altercation between me and Elon. There was objectively some type of altercation between me and Elon that did initiate this process, okay? So I forget, like, the actual chain of events, but, like, here's what happened. Like, the process had initiated, and then I'm at Tom's office, okay? And I think I was texting, I was talking to some kind of, like, disembodied voice, and I'm hearing the weird fucking feedback, like the weird fucking feedback loop from the broadcast, okay? So really, put yourself in my shoes. Like, it's like something is going down. All right. So that's the context. Okay. And then here's what happened. I had a work computer at Tom's office. Nobody would ever come in there. Tom can barely use his computer. So on my work computer, which really nobody would have access to or fuck with, like, that's pretty unreasonable. But I had, you know, like, some kind of generic, it was like some Apple software, like their generic calendar program. And so at one point, I opened the calendar, and in a random calendar cell, like in a random day, somebody wrote, "Hello, Adrian." Okay. And we could say, oh, maybe the most parsimonious explanation was like somebody walked in real life and did that. I get that, but that's like writing it off. I believe that was Hacker Man who did that, okay? So think about it from my perspective. It's like, hey, this really mysterious message shows up on my calendar. It seems like someone is messing with me. Like, that's something that a really advanced hacker would do, okay? So at least give me some kind of credit. Like, from my perspective, I'm like, wow, this seems to indicate that, like, a very knowledgeable person is fucking with me. Don't you at least see that that is rational? And so there's all these chaotic details like that. I do believe that was Hacker Man. I think that Hacker Man is, like I'm saying, like, I think that he's extremely knowledgeable and, like, good at what he does. And do you see how that experience with the calendar, which happened early on, would at least make me think, like, hey, I'm interacting with some kind of intelligent, like, technologically savvy entity. Don't you see that that would make sense from my perspective? Not, oh, well, maybe the fucking, like, the janitor guy maybe did it. That's not really realistic. Maybe Tom did it. No, he didn't. Hackerman did it. Hackerman wrote "Hello, Adrian" on my calendar. When was that? In like January or February. But I want to present that piece of evidence, that detail. I want to present that to like make a case for myself. Like, don't you see how I got drawn into something that was some kind of higher level psychological attack? Like, this wasn't something simple. I mean, really, like, does anyone have any sort of feedback about seeing some weird ass message in your work calendar? I did. I believe I was talking to Disembodied Voice Hackerman, and I think I told him where I worked. So like, at least they had that piece of information. I know, I'm a fucking idiot for trusting people. Don't you see how being single is like such a weakness? Like, loneliness is like such a fucking weakness. Atomization is like, it just makes like a weak individual. Like, so I am so fucking cringed out by all of this. Like, this is unfathomable levels of cringe. I wish that I had just been scammed by like anybody else but Elon, like any other persona but Elon Musk. You know what I mean? Like, that is so cringy. I'm dying of motherfucking cringe. Like, Elon, like, oh, my fucking zit on my head. Like, here's the thing. Realistically, you wouldn't want to get involved with someone like that. Like, that's essentially like choosing to be Mormon. You know what I mean? That's if you wanted to live that kind of lifestyle, like, just go be a Mormon. I've had bad experiences with Mormons. One person who I had like a crazy altercation with during the dating process when I did all that, like a Mormon like basically attacked me once, so like that really colored my perspective on Mormons. I had like maybe gone out on dates, just not had sex with the people, but literally gone out on dates and talked with people who were Mormon maybe once or twice, and like it seems like off. Like I wouldn't date a Mormon. Like, they're just, I got the impression that there's like, oh, there's a handful of people like who are Mormon who moved to New Orleans to kind of escape their problems. Like, New Orleans is the kind of place a lot of people come to kind of dump their life problems and their bullshit here. So that was kind of the vibe. Like, they're escaping like their weirdo fucking sister wife thing. Like, you know what I mean? So like, if it wasn't about, oh, taking Elon's money, there's basically not that much that's appealing about Elon Musk. You wouldn't want to be with someone who has like 16, 17 kids, like probably more than that. Like, you wouldn't want to do that. Like, the only positive factor would be like infinite money hack. There's no other positive side to that situation. Also, it's like dangerous to be a billionaire. Like, billionaires are targeted. Do you remember, I want to say it was in Indonesia like 10 years ago. I could be wrong about that, but like some random fucking billionaire who wasn't like a famous person, but like some crazy rich dude. It was like him and his family, like he had a bunch of kids, and there was a bomb attack in a church. I want to say it was in Indonesia, and like him and his family got taken out. All I'm saying is, like, you're making a fucking serious devil's bargain, like, at that level. Like, literally your children are assassination targets at a certain point, like, de facto. I mean, why would you want to get involved in that? The only thing would be like money. Why would you want to start up some crazy relationship like with a fucking like kind of older dude who has like too many fucking other girlfriends. Like, I'm gonna be real. Men also, they have andropause. That's a real thing. Like, men really do, a certain percentage of men genuinely do lose interest in sex at a certain age. Not all of them, but like, that's a lot to expect from like a 50-year-old man. You know what I mean? Like, is that person really gonna like hang out and like be a boyfriend? The odds of someone having that many baby mamas like actually spending time with you, like, it's bad, dude. It's it's not realistic. It's not realistic. Oh my god, I'm like literally so fucking cringed out by the entire thought of all this shit. I'm not a fucking Elon Musk fan. Like, I'm not, I thought he kind of sucked the whole time. And then I was convinced that he was like a serious psycho, like psycho motherfucker with the fucking like H1B1 rant. Like, what, like, that is objective evidence that he is a psycho, like, cunt behind closed doors. Like, that sucks. And like, there's just, like I'm saying, like, there's this whole mountain of chaotic, nonsensical pieces of information about this situation. I can't even make a coherent fucking narrative of all this shit. So there were other weird things that Hacker Man did to throw me off. Like I'm saying, he sent me a laptop, but he told me to sell it. But that's kind of weird. That's like not the normal. That's not the normal basic bitch scam. Like, that's throwing in a wild card. And also, he sent me a really random, like, worthless piece of shit medical textbook. Like, some random fucking, like, introductory medical course for some fucking school. Okay. I want to put this out. I want to put this information out there. So I'm making a case because I know that I look like a fucking idiot. But all I'm saying is that this was like a really weird, complicated thing that was extremely fucking confusing and weird. I looks like such a fucking dork, dude. Like, Elon Musk. Like, oh my god. That is so fucking cringe. Elon Musk! Oh my god. Like, really? Like, can you fucking imagine? Like, that would suck, dude. That would... Can you imagine if you were really, like, in that fucking position? Like, he would totally fucking, like, you'd basically be, like, his fucking total slave. Like, the power dynamic would be so off, it would be fucking horrific. Imagine that power imbalance for 2 fucking seconds. Like, who the fuck would want to put up with that? I think Elon is... There's something fucking weird going on with that. Like... Someone please explain how he said certain things in his fucking broadcast. Really. I feel like you guys are just, like, dismissing me there. Like... How the fuck do you explain how he got all interested in the idea of pay me $100 to talk to me right then? How do you explain that? And I will point out that he presented it as his idea. I think there's evidence that he lies all the time, so I feel like he wouldn't really be a person with Asperger's syndrome. Anyway, this has been my sad story. Thanks.